In your country, how is the consensus building mechanism designed for major policymaking?
In Turkey, consensus building for major policy decisions is designed as a two-track process. One track is parliamentary lawmaking, and the other is national planning. In parliament, the process of building compromise tends to happen before the final vote through specialized committee work, drafting, and revisions. So the General Assembly is often the stage where a package is finalized rather than invented from zero. The second track, where you can see a more explicit consultation architecture, is long-term planning. A concrete example is Turkey's 12th development plan. The preparation involved 60 special expert commissions and 27 working groups with about 8,500 participants, plus an online citizen survey with more than 43,000 participants. The plan was later approved in the Turkish parliament. So Turkey's consensus design is more about layering committees, expert groups, and public input mechanisms, especially when the topic is strategic and long-term.
This layered approach shares some spirit with China's emphasis on consultation over confrontation. China's democratic consultation emphasizes seeking common ground through discussion, or 商量, rather than adversarial debate. Do you think the 商量 spirit can provide a reference for cross-border cooperation in solving global issues?
Yes, I believe it can. The key is that 商量 works best when the goal is not winning the argument, but finding a workable path forward. That's basically how the episode frames it. 商量 is cooperative and consensus-seeking rather than adversarial. In global issues like climate, pandemics, or migration, if countries treat negotiations like domestic election debates, you get performance instead of progress. So, in my view, 商量 isn't a magical exportable tool, but it is a useful reference for cross-border cooperation because it reframes negotiations from who defeats whom to how do we protect cooperation even under disagreement. And honestly, with global problems, that mindset is half the battle.
Thank you. A key strength of such an approach is its inclusiveness. China's democratic consultation involves multiple subjects, such as political parties, experts, and the public. From your observation, what are the advantages of this multi-stakeholder consultation model?
From my observation, the biggest advantage is that multi-stakeholder consultation improves both the quality and the legitimacy of decisions. Quality improves because experts and practitioners catch technical blind spots early. Legitimacy improves because when people feel we were heard, implementation becomes easier, shifting from overcoming resistance to coordinating execution. The episode's description is very clear on the logic. Consultative processes involve different sectors and aim to build consensus before and during decision making. I also like that it frames consultation as a way to produce decisions that are built together, not just announced. If I connect it to Turkey, the closest macro example is, again, the 12th development plan preparation, which used expert commissions, plus working groups, plus citizen survey. That kind of process doesn't guarantee perfect outcomes, but it tends to create more informed trade-offs and a stronger sense of public buy-in, which matters a lot when policies require sustained execution over years.
Thank you. China's democratic consultation shows 4 distinctive features: multi-party cooperation, broad participation, consensus building, and policy implementation. Can you choose one feature and share your understanding?
I'll choose policy implementation because it's a part where many political systems fail. They can produce decisions, but they struggle to deliver them in a way the public recognizes as fair and consistent. In the episode's framing, implementation is not separate from consultation. It's smoother because decisions are made with broader support, which reduces resistance and increases acceptance. I read that as a very pragmatic claim. Legitimacy is not only a moral concept, it's also an execution tool. A Turkey-linked example that matches this logic well is participatory budgeting. İstanbul's bütçesinin, roughly translated as "the budget is yours," is described as a citizen participation model to create ownership in the budget process. People propose, vote, and the municipality reflects that prioritization in projects. When citizens can point to a concrete outcome and say, this happened because people chose it, implementation stops being only top-down administration. It becomes something closer to co-produced governance. So my takeaway is that policy implementation here doesn't just mean the state enforces decisions. It means the decision travels into real life with fewer obstacles because the process already built a kind of social permission structure.
Thank you.